Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Sportswithmongha. And it's a wrap. It is done. It is done. Max Verstappen is your four-time world champion. He's been crowned after finishing P5 and Sergio Perez finishing P10. But that didn't matter because it was enough for the title championship to kind of being ended after George Russell and the Mercedes threw the spanner in the works for everybody's dream, from McLaren, for Ferrari to take the P1 and 2 at the Las Vegas Grand Prix, with Carlos Sainz finishing P3 in the Scarlet Red. Absolute mad scenes, guys. This entire race was kind of pivoted in a way of what happens between a McLaren and a Red Bull. But there's been one team quietly being confident about how they have been going about it. And through the entire weekend, FP1, FP2, FP3 qualifying, there's only one team who's been on the top, and that's Mercedes. Mercedes AMG has done the inevitable and finishing 1 and 2 in a race when nobody had even expected them to get anywhere close to the podium, given their shenanigans in the previous races. But they have proven that you cannot write off Mercedes from any championship battles. Even if they're not in it, they can be there to move the needle for others. And that's how it has ended up, with George Russell leading from the front at number 63, winning his Las Vegas Grand Prix. He's been an amazing streak in the cold, in Canada, in Silverstone, and now in Las Vegas, guys. Absolute matches. And Lewis Hamilton, the epic drive, the man, the myth, the legend. He just doesn't, like, I just feel like people just expect greatness from him. But you have to understand, like, he's starting P10 and then he gets to finish on the podium. Absolute crazy. And the better Ferrari driver is Carlos Sainz. It's going to be interesting to see the debrief between them, because they were feisty. They were respecting each other with spaces. They didn't touch or bang wheels, but Sainz is feisty. He doesn't want to let an inch of space for Leclerc if he doesn't have to. And Verstappen finishes fifth, enough for him to be ahead of Mr. Lando Norris, and that was what was needed. He was expected to win by 3 more points, and that's what he did. He had to just finish ahead of Lando Norris, and that's what he did. Max Verstappen, 10 points. Lando Norris, P6, with Oscar Piastri, P7, and Nico Hülkenberg, P8, with Yuki Tsunoda, 9th, and Sergio Perez topping up the 10 position in P10. Fernando Alonso, 11th. Kevin Magnussen, 12th. Zhou Guanyu, 13th. Franco Colapinto, 14th. After an amazing job by the Williams guys to kind of get his car repaired, he finished where he started. Lance Stroll, back of the grid, finishes P15. Liam Lawson, 16th. Esteban Ocon, 17th. 18th was Valtteri Bottas and Alex Albon and Pierre Gasly. DNF. Absolute heartbreaking scenes for Pierre Gasly, who might have thought that this was his another point scoring position. But the man of the moment is this man, the Dutch megastar. Absolute crazy scenes, guys. Max Verstappen is a four-time world champion. He's done it again. 4-time. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, 4-time world champion. Max Verstappen, he does the job. Absolutely amazing. Became the 4-time world champion within a short drive to 5th place during the night's Las Vegas Grand Prix, while pole sitter George Russell and the charging Lewis Hamilton earned 1 to finish for with Mercedes. Verstappen entered the 50-lap encounter knowing that he will need to do all he needed to do was keep rival Lando Norris behind him to secure another crown, which the Dutchman achieved by holding position into the first corner and gradually pulling away from McLaren driver. Having held the podium spot after the second round of pit stops, Verstappen opted against a fight when the Ferraris arrived at the rear of his Red Bull in the closing laps, but Carlos Sainz and Sir Charles Leclerc finding a way past before the checkered flag. At the front, Russell expertly managed the tricky race in the cool, slippery conditions, keeping the fast starting Leclerc at bay in the early laps and latter running into tyre troubles as a result of that aggression and controlling the proceedings thereafter. Leclerc was all over Russell's back in the front, 10 laps, I would say. He had tried everything on his day to kind of get ahead because he knew once he got ahead, he could manage the race and the tires better. But because he couldn't get past Russell, he was laying then a sitting duck for his teammates, Carlos Sainz, to pick it up and pick up Charles Leclerc's places as well. Hamilton bounced back from the challenging conclusion of the qualifying, which left him 10th on the grid to work his way through the field and back up teammate Russell, whose win marked the first Mercedes triumph since July's Belgium Grand Prix. Norris made a successful bid for the fastest lap in the dying moments as he took 6th and mathematically dropped out of the championship contention, with teammate Oscar Piastri crossing the line in 7th after time penalty for a false start. Haas driver Nico Hülkenberg and RB's Yuki Tsunoda late on in what could be a crucial tight constructors' battle for P6, especially after the second row Pierre Gasly suffered an agonizing retirement due to technical trouble towards aboard his Alpine. Sergio Perez added a point to Red Bull Italian 10th, denying Aston Martin's Fernando Alonso with one stopping Haas racer. Kevin Magnussen 12th from kick Sauber's. Zhou Yu and Franco, who call up into the Williams driver, who started in the pit lane following a scary qualifying crash. Lance Stroll, Liam Lawson, and Esteban Ocon and Valtteri Bottas were the final finishers. Alex Albon became the second retirement from the race due to technical gremlins of his own. All the attention, though, was on Verstappen when he returned to park firm. The 27-year-old lapping up the celebrations with the Red Bull. He had done it. Sergio Perez needs to be sacked. Max Verstappen is your 4-time World Drivers' Championship. Absolute greats. He's the F1 greats of a full record, all achieved one after the other. Lapping up the celebration with the Red Bull team, thanks to him joining a group of F1 greats on 4 world titles back-to-back consecutive, 21, 22, 23, and 2024 world champion. Max Verstappen is number 1, and that's what has happened, guys. He joins the elusive list of amazing drivers. Sebastian Vettel winning 4 in a row, and Mr. Lewis Hamilton winning 4 in a row. The Drivers' Championship. He has joined that elusive club. Will he make it 5? It's going to be interesting. The first thing that comes to my 2025 is going to be such a close group. It is anybody's title to win, and it's going to be exciting to watch. 2025 is going to be exciting. I'm already looking forward to the first race, and I hope you are too. 2 more races to go. What are we fighting for now? You might be asking, why are we interested? McLaren, 608 points. Ferrari 584. 24 points is the difference with Red Bull Racing, and 555 points behind. It's a triple-way fight still to the constructors. Anything can happen. If McLaren don't finish in front of Ferrari, both cars finish behind, and Ferrari are 1 and 2. Possibly it's Ferrari's constructors' title. Red Bull possibly out of the equation, but then anything can happen. If something slips up, something crazy happens, it's going to be interesting. What is interesting is Mercedes is taking points out of McLaren, which is interesting for me. They've solidified the point, 4th finish in constructors, but the fight for the top, McLaren and Ferrari, is the one that we have to watch. On the Drivers' Championship, it is done. Max Verstappen has won the championship, but who will finish second? Is it Leclerc or will it be Norris? Norris seems to be down and feels that he needs to bounce back, but it'll be interesting if Ferrari can pip McLaren from the second spot in the Drivers' Championship. I think right now the most important thing is Ferrari trying to push McLaren to win the constructors and get more money for next year. Absolute crazy scenes, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the Las Vegas Grand Prix. It was amazing, crazy mayhem, early start, absolute bonkers race, but Max Verstappen has won with George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, and Carlos Sainz finishing on the podium. Sports with Monga, 140 subscribers. I hope you've enjoyed the content. I'm enjoying myself. Hope you will subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thanks for watching, and Viva Las Vegas. Catch you in the next one. Peace.